Hi, welcome to CBSE NCERT Helpline. In the previous video, we have discussed chapter 6 life process. In the previous video, we have covered few topics, that is nutrition, excretion, circulation, respiration, and human digestive system and different types of nutrition. So that was the part 1. In this video, that is the part 2, we will discuss the respiration system, how respiration system works in humans and how respiration works in plants. So please do not forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. So respiration. What is respiration? Respiration broadly means exchange of gases. Animals and plants have different means of exchange of gases. At cellular level, respiration means the burning of food for generating the energy needed for other life process. So cellular respiration may take place in presence or absence of oxygen. So a general reaction is given here. So the glucose that we are getting from our food react with oxygen that we have already in our body, and these two elements will react and that will give out the energy in the form of ATP. ATP is basically can be used for the cell activities like muscular contractions, and what is ATP that we will discuss later in this video, plus carbon dioxide plus water. So how respiration takes place in humans? The human respiratory system is more complex and involves breathing, exchange of gases, and cellular respiration. For this purpose, a well-defined respiratory system helps breathing and exchange of gases. Breathing involves inhalation of oxygen. Inhalation means that we are taking oxygen from outside to the inside of our body, and exhalation of carbon dioxide, and exhalation means we are breathing out the carbon dioxide. So the gaseous exchange takes place in the lungs and oxygen is supplied to all the cells of the body. Cellular respiration also takes place in each and every cells. Respiratory system. The human respiratory system involves the nose, nasal cavities, pharynx, larynx, windpipe, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli. Bronchioles and alveoli are enclosed in a pair of lungs. Bronchioles and alveoli are enclosed in a pair of lungs. Rib cage, muscles associated with the rib cage and diaphragm all help in inhalation and exhalation of gases. Exchange of gases takes place between and alveolar surface and surrounding blood vessels. Alveoli provide a large surface area for exchange of gases. So this diagram shows the all parts of the human respiratory system. This is nasal passage, mouth cavity, pharynx, larynx. This is windpipe, rings of Cartage. These are the lungs, ribs. This is the diaphragm. This part is bronchi, and this is the bronchioles. And for the zoom in this diagram, it is also zoom out, so you can see the alveoli. What part represents alveoli? So from the starting, we are continuously using this word cellular respiration. So in this slide, we will see what is cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is basically a set of metabolic reactions occurring inside the cells to convert biochemical energy that we are obtained from the food into a chemical compound that is called the adenosine triphosphate. It is also called ATP. So in the previous slide, we have discussed when glucose and oxygen react with each other and gives the energy in the form of ATP. So this is that ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So metabolism refers to a set of chemical reactions carried out for maintaining the living state of the cell in an organism. So these can be divided into two categories: catabolism and anabolism. What is catabolism actually? The process of breaking molecules to obtain energy is called catabolism, and the process of synthesizing all the compounds required by the cell is anabolism. So therefore we can say respiration is a catabolic process which break large molecule into smaller ones, releasing energy to fuel and the cellular activities. Glycolysis and Krebs cycle and electron transport chain are the important process of the cellular respiration. So during cellular respiration, how glucose is breaking down in the different molecules. So here glucose, that is a 6-carbon molecule, is breaking down in pyruvates, that is a 3-carbon molecules. It is further divided. In the absence of oxygen, it is converted into ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. That is ethanol is a 2-carbon molecule, and again in the absence of oxygen it is converted into the lactic acid plus energy. Lactic acid is a 3-carbon molecule, and in presence of oxygen it is converted into carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So this flow chart is showing how glucose is break down in various pathways. So if we are talking about the respiration. So respiration performs in presence of air as well as in absence of air. So we will see when it is happening in the presence of air, that is called the aerobic respiration, and when it is happening in absence of air, it is called the anaerobic respiration. So we will see first aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration is a process in which food, that is glucose, is converted into energy in the presence of oxygen. So the general equation is given here: glucose plus oxygen, that gives you carbon dioxide, water plus energy. So this type of aerobic respiration takes place in animal, plants and other living organisms. So next is respiration in lower animals. So first we should know what are lower animals. So lower animals are those organisms which do not have the tissue level organization, and in that organism only one cell is capable of performing all the functions of life. So how respiration takes place in lower animals? In lower animals lack a sophisticated respiratory system like lungs, alveoli, etc. So respiration in them takes place by simple exchange mechanism. So animals like earthworm take in gases through their skin. Fishes have gills for gaseous exchange. Insects have a tracheal system, which is a network of tubes through which air circulates and gaseous exchange takes place. Frogs breathe through their skin when water and through their lungs when on. Respiration in muscles. Respiration in muscles can be anaerobic when there is not enough oxygen. So glucose break down to carbon dioxide and lactic acid. So this results in the accumulation of lactic acid, and that make the muscles sore. So this type of anaerobic respiration is also called as lactic acid fermentation. So we can say that when respiration occurs in muscle that have an anaerobic process. So next is ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So it is the basic energy unit, or you can say energy currency of the cell. So this molecule is created as a result reaction like photosynthesis and respiration. So the three phosphates bond present in the molecule are high energy bonds, and when they are broken, a large amount of energy is released. So such released energy is then used for other metabolic reactions. How respiration takes place in plants. So unlike animals and humans, plants do not have any specific structure for gaseous exchange. They have a stomata that is present in the leaves and lentils which are involved in the exchange of gases. So compared to animal, plant roots, stem and leaves respire at a very lower rate. So during the respiration in the plants, during the exchange of gases in the plants, transpiration process also takes place. So now we will see what is transpiration. Transpiration is a biological process in which water is lost in the form of the water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant. This process occurs mainly through the stomata, where the exchange of gases occurs. Transpiration helps in transportation of water from roots to the upper parts of the plant, and this is explained by the transpirational pull theory. Loss of water, especially from the leaves, acts as the straw effect and pulls water upward from the roots. Transpiration also acts as the excretory mechanism in the plants, as it helps to get rid of the excess water. So in this video we are discussing up to this process. In the next video we will discuss the rest of the process of this chapter. So thanks for watching my video. Please do not forget to like this video. Thank you so much.